Okay, guys, we're just waiting on the rest of the teams joining this room, and we've got 10 ball Scotch doubles again, and we have Mr. Bill and Larry, who are going to be playing Dizzle and izom, race to 5, and this is on the winner's side. I think we've just got the 4 teams in this tonight. Let's have a look. Alright, this match is a second round match. That's the match in the brackets, and we can see that we've got Popman and Senny in the one-loss side. They just lost to Dizzle and izom, and they're playing Ladyhawk and Chad Mercer. But this is a match we're going to be watching, and with Dizzle and izom just having finished, and maybe taking a quick break for a drink, maybe going to the bathroom before they come in. But they need to be aware that there's a 5-minute timeout in the room, so if both players don't get in the room within the time, Larry and Bill will win the match. So they need to come in quick, they don't have a lot of time. And it should be lag for break. Remember, well, I don't think I need to explain this now, but 10 ball is a called shot game, so combination shots, bank shots, things like that need to be called, and the 10 ball is a force call anyway by the game itself. It automatically forces you into calling the 10 ball. So we've got 3 of the 4 players. We're just waiting on Dizzle arriving. And here we go with the lag. And unfortunately I don't know who's on the left and who's on the right. Well, that looks a pretty good lag, because that ball on the left's coming up, and it's Bill that won the lag. So Bill's to break. And 3 balls gone into the left middle, and he's also got his partner a shot in the 1 ball. And Larry might just draw this 1 ball in slightly just to go over to the rail, or he might just roll through. I think he's going to draw it a little, just to take the, well, that was a bad miss by Larry, even this early stage in the match. And straight away it's a chance for Dizzle and izom. I think with that shot there, Larry was concentrating so much on the actual cue ball, he took his eye off the potting angle. But again, this is what happens also when you dig down in the cue ball to put draw on it. You can easily put a little bit of side spin on it, and that's maybe what he done, and that threw the ball offline. Well, it's catching because izom's rattled a 2 ball, and it's back to Bill and Larry. So I think this time they'll be trying their damnedest not to throw away this chance. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention is that Team 2, who are Bill and Larry, are getting 1 game by the handicap. So they're already leading by 1 rack to 0. And Dizzle and izom certainly don't want to be wasting too many chances against this pair, because Bill and Larry are well capable. And this match could be over very quickly either way. Dizzle and izom, if they get their act together, could certainly put the racks on the board. Now the shot here for Larry is to drop behind the 7 and come back out over by the 10 and the 9 ball. He might actually try and cut across in front of the 7, but I would actually go behind it because there's plenty of room. And that's what he's done. as long as he doesn't get hampered by the 10. Now let's have a look at the angle, because this is a problem. Yep, it's dead straight and Bill can do nothing but go forward. He might try and steal an angle. Well, that's what he's tried, and that needs to keep running if it's going to give Larry any chance here, and Larry's going to have to call the bank, I think. And this already is a crucial shot in the match. Oh, sorry, I forgot about the 8 ball. I forgot the 8 ball was still on the table. Oh, don't tell me I've started to lose control already. I know it's getting late, but bear with me. Right, so we're now back on track. I've got my head together. Bill's sitting on the 9 ball. Now, he's going to draw back. Cue ball's going to run out to the middle a little, so Larry's got a cut in the 10, but this is easy because it's off the rail and there's plenty of margin of error here for this shot. You should tuck this in, no problem. So already Bill and Larry 2 racks up with the break. And of course you don't need to call a shot in a break. Well, you can see from that break that there's a problem. Not only is it a dry break, but I think that's the 10 ball and the 8 ball are tied up right over in that left rail, so there's going to be a crucial shot at some point in this rack. Now, this is where the less experienced player might try and, I don't know whether he can actually run into that 10 and 4, but it's a big risk because it's you're riding your luck to whether you can actually get still on the 3. And he has collided with them, and this cue ball, once Dizzle pots this 3, this cue ball has to be somewhere over to the right middle pocket, up by the 7 and the 9, to actually give izom an actual cut on the 4, and that's gone wrong. It's kissed into the 8. That's unfortunate because it was actually heading in the right direction. So now izom's going to get the jump cue out, and I think he's a bit too close to that 9. And again, using the jump cue, you have to move the cue tip on the cue ball down below the equator, and that can you could actually put unwanted side spin in the cue ball. Yeah, well, he didn't get the butt of the cue up high enough to make anything of a jump there. So now it's ball in hand to Mr. Bill and Larry. And this looks reasonably straightforward. So although the 8 ball's in the right hand rail, with the 9 ball being over there as well, it means that there's not any work needing done with the cue ball. You just got to make sure that the cue ball's on or close to that side rail when you're trying to pot this 8 ball. Now, ideally Bill would want to leave Larry south of this 7 ball towards us. Let's have a look and see what he's done. Well, that's actually perfect because Larry can just roll straight through to that jaw. He won't scratch. He can roll as close to it as he can, and that's perfect. Bill will roll the 8 in, and the cue ball's going to come off the rail a little touch, and that gives Larry a choice here. Now he can actually draw this 9 ball, which is dangerous because, again, remember, he's digging down in the cue ball, and he can easily overcut this into the right jaw. He's played it clean, and again, perfect on the 10. And Bill won't miss this, and this will get Bill and Larry off the mark. So they've done what was required there, ball in hand, and tidied up the rack nicely. Sorry, 3-0 to Bill and Larry. What am I talking about? Oh, I'm definitely falling asleep here. I'm forgetting that they had the rack to start the match, so. Well, if Dizzle and izom don't get their act together quickly, this match is going to be long gone. It's only a race to 5, it's not 9-ball Scotch doubles, which is a race to 7. Well, now we've a bit of a mess over on the left hand side at the top end of the table. The 8-ball being the important one because it's blocking the path of the 2-ball, and the 7-ball being there isn't very handy, so Larry decided to play the safety. Let's nip up to that end to have a wee look and see what's happening. Now, Bill can see an edge of the 1, but the cue ball is going to be trapped there by the 5, and the 1-ball is going to be trapped by the 8-ball, so he's either going to have to ram this quite hard and just hit and hope. Well, what he's done is he's opened up that cluster, and he's also unfortunately left the 1-ball on. So the 2-ball's now sitting towards that middle pocket. Oh dear, Dizzle has made the mistake again. Now this time they're going to be calling the 7-ball, the combo 1 onto the 7, and he needs to hit this not too hard to leave that 1-ball pretty close to the pocket. This doesn't need to be hit hard, it only needs enough weight to get onto the 7 to sink it, and that's played pretty well. Oh dear, that's gone wrong. Oh, well, that's ruined the cut in the 1-ball. Now maybe Bill can get a double kiss here. Oh, he managed to squeeze it in. Was that clean? Yeah, that was a good shot. That looked very tight. Well, this could be a real crisis point here for Dizzle and izom. Larry and Bill in control at the table. Oh, but Larry's gone way off with that 2-ball. Again, you'll notice that he's obviously trying to get his partner on the 3, but that's all very well. You've still got to get that 2-ball. Well, I don't know what izom was thinking there. That was way too hard, and only thing that helped him there was hitting that 5-ball. I'm sure he didn't play that. So Dizzle's going to have to go across the table twice here, and he's hit it too hard. Is it going to slow up? Yeah. Now let's look at that 5-ball. Well, the 5-ball goes past the 9, but it is tight, and that's going to have to maybe cheat the pocket a little bit. But the problem is that the cue ball, if he's going to roll this in, the cue ball's going to go forward, and it's not going to leave izom the greatest of shots in the 6. Ideally he wants to come back a few inches, but I don't think he can risk it at the angle he's going to have to pot this at. Well, he's got it clean, and you see, even with that shot, Well, that's actually not bad. Izom needs to get lots of top in this cue ball, a lot of power. It needs to travel a lot of distance here, and that looks pretty good if he doesn't scratch. Oh dear, 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 dear. Well, you can sense that the luck isn't in when that sort of stuff's happening. He played a great shot to get the cue ball round. He scratched, and that's given Bill and Larry another gift. And Bill, an easy 10 ball, just roll it in. And so that's now Bill and Larry 4, Dizzle and izom 0, and they're on the hill. Just one more rack required. And a dry break again. Now, what has Dizzle got? Well, he's got the thin cut into the left middle, and he's got the long shot into the top left behind the 2 ball. But this cue ball is going to go close to that middle pocket if he's going to try that. But I think if he misses, if he hits the rail, he'll be able to get out for the 2. And he's played that well, but again the problem is that he's got izom miles away from the 2, and it's dead straight. And there's no way that izom can do anything with the cue ball other than trying. Well, that was a silly shot. That was a crazy shot. He should have just taken his medicine, rolled it in, and left Dizzle the cut on the 3. Okay, it would have been from distance, but it would have been still a chance. As it is, he's thrown away the chance. And Dizzle and izom are maybe looking, staring right in the face of defeat here, because that 5 goes past to 10. And I wonder if Bill, well, the angle's a bit too much, so I don't know whether Bill can sneak behind. I think he's trying to sneak behind. He's done it well. Now you can see what the problem is here with this 6 ball. Larry's going to have to try and maybe stun this in to hold the cue ball to leave Bill the combination shot from the 7 to the 9. Let's see what he does. Well, I don't think he could have played that any better. That's perfect. And Bill just needs to play this a nice soft weight. He doesn't want this 7 ball to go haywire here. Well, as it is, it's gone dead on the bottom rail, and that might have given Dizzle and izom a chance. Larry's going to have to cut this thin, and the cue ball's going to be running up and down the table. And of course, at that tightness to the rail, it made it very, very difficult. Now, has he got lucky here? Well, Dizzle's going to have to pull out a good one here to save this match. The 7 ball does go past the 8, but Dizzle is not taking a risk. He's just trying to roll it safe. Now, that's a disaster. He hasn't hit a rail with either ball, and this match is over. That's the cardinal sin in this type of game. You must hit a rail after hitting the object ball. You must drive a ball to the rail, and Dizzle totally forgot about it. And Larry and Bill are going to seal the deal here. Well, I think Larry and Bill had very little, if any, pressure put on them in this match. And really, at the end of the day, that's why they won 5-0. So Larry and Bill through to the hot seat, is it? Let's have a look. Yep, they're sitting waiting in the final, and Dizzle and Izom are sitting in the one-loss final, and they're waiting to play the winner between Popman Senny and Ladyhawk and Chad Mercer.